Hello, everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm checking my settings, make sure everything's functional. Hold on just a second. I may have an audio glitch going on here. Yeah, real text should be coming in. Okay. It just seems like it's a little louder normally. Are you okay on your end? Is everyone hearing me fine? Can you hear me over here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm just checking audio. We're going to make pork covfufu today. 10 meals for $5. Yeah. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but there's no pork in this meal except for the pork that we're going to eat. There's no wasted fat. We're going to start with 1.5 pounds, 1.42 pounds of natural pork sirloin chop boneless. Now I got this for $3.54 minus $1. So that's $2.54 for 1.4 pounds of pork. All right, so we're going to take this pork, which we've been marinating in hot sauce and garlic for the past day. Yeah, pork boneless. Yeah, this is kind of a tender cut. I made the mistake of making loin last week, pork loin, and man, that's really tough. I mean, I don't know how people really can cook it unless they slow cook it like carnitas. But I'm really much happier with boneless chops. So we're going to go with those, and we're going to cut them into medallions, and we're going to use a very sharp knife. But before I do that, I am going to cut up an onion. We're going to get a full onion in this meal. We're going to add a container of Lobster Bisque, which I pick up at dollar store for $1. And that's where the cove part comes in. That's the seafood aspect. It's kind of a hobo meal, yeah. But it's a really good flavoring device for, you guessed it, pasta of any kind. And covfufu can take, can take rotini, elbow macaroni, heck, throw spaghetti in it. I don't care. Don't chop up filet of fish hamburgers from McDonald's. That will not work. It's not garbage. No, this is good quality food. We're going to have 2 carrots too. So between the carrots, the bisque, and that, I've got a little room for a little peas. So one of my things is I really like cooking peas, or especially organic peas. So I picked this up for $1, which is amazing. This was on sale. I couldn't believe it. No GMOs, organic peas. Doesn't get much better than that. My onion is a standard onion, and my carrots are organic carrots. So between this is $1, this is $1. Pork was $2.50. I'm up to $4.50. Carrots, the onion, and the peas, I've accommodated 50 cents, but frankly, that's a little bit low. So I'm going to have to make an alteration in this meal, and this is exactly what Covfufu calls for. Midstream alteration to adjust for an error. So we're going to make that $6 to accommodate more expensive food. Oh, hang on, I got to salute. The jets are flying over my house, causing irreparable damage to everybody's hearing and breaking through the liver and fracturing the liver of everybody in my area. Yes, Covfufu, if you don't mind, I didn't want to run into any trademark problems with Donald Trump, so yeah, I could just see him suing me, claiming he owns the word Covfufu, so I went with Covfufu as an alternative. You don't mind if I have a little Colombian coffee, do you? Yeah, the liver fracturing, it's not fracking, it's liver fracturing that they're doing. All right, let me get some coffee in me and I can talk better. Hold on. Yeah, I normally don't drink it black, but there's a study done recently. You prefer a cocaina, huh? There was a study done recently that black coffee, people that drink black coffee are sociopaths. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get some milk. I get these gallons at Costco for like $1.70 a gallon of no hormone milk. We save so much money at Costco. We get two of these things for like $3.60. It's amazing. The only problem is that they're harder than hell to open up. Now, I've never opened up hell, so I really wouldn't know. Always have a paper towel around to clean up, especially when working with pork. Yeah, shredded pork is $3.50. The bisque is $1. Smart taste rice. Well, you're gonna go for some pasta. Yeah. No, I'm putting all kinds of great ingredients together that'll fuse together into a well-balanced meal. Now, this meal does not focus on eating just meat, despite the popular paleo diet, which pushes people to the edge. Ah, no, I'm not on iVlog. Hang on. Jeez. It's getting tougher to do this. Let me get on there right now. See if I can make it happen. I've got the Epic browser. I can do this. We can make this happen. We are recording, so I am interviewing you, and we are having a discussion. Well, let's be clear. Let's be completely unclear. Oh, there it is. You know, I'm going to close this curtain so in case somebody wants to take a pot shot at me. I don't want to give them a clear view. Okay, thanks. I have my I have my own line of survival food actually. It's called Anything You Can Eat. All right. Let's go to iVlog.tv. I don't want to forget you people because it's important that you get in there. Now, you haven't been very active chatters in the evening. Like, we've had about 6 or 7 or 8 watchers, but we were kind of hoping for something bigger. I am going to go off camera while I do this amazing feat. But in the meantime, let me bring you a retro show. When I first started this this amazing video series on cooking, one of my first cooking shows as I prepare the iVlog chat room. I'm sure a lot of you are anxious to see what it started out as. Here's an early one from 2016. Yeah. I think I did this with a codon or something. Party. I'm Bonheim, and I'm president. 2016. We are doing a remote broadcast, so if you're wondering about Technology Thursday, we're here. We're here to bring you all kinds of various things going on in our society as well. We've got access to news. Dow Jones is up today, significantly over 200 points. We'll be talking about technology tonight, and mostly portable technology that we're carrying with us now. We have a portable unit. This is our new laptop, which is an MSI. And the nice thing about it is it doesn't heat up. It's got dual fans in the back. Those dual fans back there. They are absolute must buying. I've been through 2 laptops in the past 5 years. And okay. Finally said, let's get the one with the dual fans. We're doing it. Testing. And we even bought a testing 1, 2. I never ever thought I'd get a 3-year contract. But the guy floated me a really good deal. 50% off. Okay, we're up and running. We're not sure if my iVlog is coming in, but I am broadcasting over there. If you're having problems hearing the sound, feel free. I haven't forgot about you guys. You're in there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Yes, good. Okay, and that's working. Great. Welcome. Lame insane. Or you are insane? Okay. Great. Good to know. Thank you for sharing. When did you have your schizophrenic break, if I might ask? Okay. And I'm up. Try again. Shelly, come on in. There you are. Okay. We are still recording and we are ready to go. Let me start cutting this onion. That's a big part of our show, as you know. Taking a look at the onion cam, zooming in on the onion cam. There we go. Looks a little out of focus. Let me hit the focus button. I guess it's close enough. Okay, that one big cut is what you want to do. And I use the bottom of the knife, kind of like, and then pound it right down like that. Cut the bases off, and then peel back. Now, you've probably never seen a person peel an onion that fast in the entire history of onions, but I am extraordinary. And by cutting the bottoms off, you definitely are avoiding any kind of a nasty onion burst in your eyes. Okay, let's do this. We're also going to turn the flame on back here on the back burner on level 3. Doing great on time. Okay, and I'm going to cut this straight up. Let's do it. Nobody cuts an onion like Dave Sponheim. The onion master. All right. You don't want that leathery stuff there. Nice tender onion pieces while you're blasting with onion in your eyes. Okay. Washing hands, cleaning off hands. Great. We're in talking to people. We're having fun chatting. This is what's going on. Okay. High pressure installed off California. It's going to prevent local rain on Friday. Sure enough, chemtrails still going. Hey, thank you for hanging out with my cooking shows. Yeah, these are really a natural environment to cook. I've got the pan on level 3. Hey, Scissor Fight, welcome. I'm sure your refrigerator is stocked. You know, we've been stocking our freezer with all kinds of goodies. I buy these bulk Tyson frozen a breast of chicken, completely boneless. And Tyson's going without antibiotics now. So that's a good thing to have in your freezer. Yeah, and they're, less fat than the dark meat. And I'm also getting, because I don't trust Chinese chicken, that's why. And I'm also getting products that are easy to cook, throw in the microwave. And I normally don't cook with a microwave unless I have to. And buying something in big quantities where there's small items like wontons or, frozen items and just staying with small amounts of food as opposed to big dinners will save you calories. That's important. But these things you can put away and freeze, and they're really cheap to make, and they're complete meals. All right, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and take the pan cover off. I'm putting my proverbial 3 tablespoons of oil in there. Okay. On a hot pan. I'm going to put the onions on top of that oil using the nice butcher knife as a spatula. Okay, level 3 is going on with the onions. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. I should get onion goggles in here. I should wear those things the bag person gave me. He didn't really give them to me. He left them on the bench that he was on that day that I talked to him. I went there the next day and he was gone, but the glasses were there. It's the weirdest thing. I had a nice conversation with a guy. He told me he got all kinds of food in the dumpster. I mean, he was describing these food items like DiGiorno pizza and gallons of frozen ice cream, and it's like, wow, you're doing pretty well. Okay, living large in the dumpster, huh? Yeah. So tracking me over here. Got it. Pull down a little bit. I'm going to cut that pork. But before I do, I'm gonna peel these carrots. These carrots I've been working with kind of give me the sense that I'm eating something good for me. You know, organic carrots are great. Okay, we're gonna go peel these. These are ready to eat. They've been sitting in a bag for about a month. I bought a big 10-pound bag of organic carrots, and I've been using them, you know, for meals. It's a great way to save money. Okay, cut the ends off of those. Bisect them. Lay them flat. Take the tips off, preserving as much carrot, and then cut them again. What you want to have is about a 1/4-inch carrot piece, nothing more. And then take them like that, sideways. Hold them up like that. And just put the tip of the knife down and cut like this, making sure your thumb is not underneath the knife. Carrots are, by and large, one of the toughest things to cut. So you got to be very careful. You notice I'm holding the knife right around this. That's how close I am to the edge. I'm not holding it back here. See that? I'm holding it up close because I want leverage when I cut these. And I'm using the tip to hold the knife down and steady it. Okay, always keep an eye on the knife whenever you're cutting. Don't ever take your eyes off the knife. That makes sure that you don't get cut. You don't want to take your eyes off the knife. All right. I'll throw those carrots in with the onions and take it up to level 6. All right. Now, pork flavorings generally have a rosemary thing happening. Hang on, I got to rinse my eyes out. There we go. Rosemary is usually really good with pork, but I'm not doing that. I'm using hot sauce in the pork today, so I'm going in a different direction. There's no audio at iVlog? Okay, thank you. Let me adjust. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's coming through. Let me see if I can do default. 1, 2, 3. Okay, default works. Okay, guys, welcome to iVlog. Thank you. I'm a lefty, yes. How did you know? You saw that hand action. Well, you know, you don't have to use a lot of hot sauce. And frankly, I'm just trying to get rid of some cheap hot sauce I picked up for next to nothing a long time ago. So marinating in hot sauce doesn't hurt it that much. No, knives are perfectly fine. Rosemary is an herb just as cannabis, yes. No, Scissorfine is not working for the government, dude. Where you're getting that information is absurd. He is a pretty grounded guy. He's a really good person, and I think a lot of you are going to realize we're lucky to have him as an op or as a mod. Yeah. You know, I haven't really been pork focused except for my turkey. I did make some kielbasa pork, or no, it was turkey kielbasa last week, and I definitely, no, he's not. No, he's hardly deep state. He's deep Orange County. I think the explosion in Michigan was some kind of beam weapon. It's being deleted on Facebook. Take a look. Yep, people have been taking pictures of this thing. Thanks, Boogie. Yeah, I think it could be a beam weapon. Let's be clear. They're going to use weather modification technology to eliminate you and your population. Yeah, it's gone. Nick Beam is all that's left. Can't find the word beam on Facebook. So yeah, I was one of the first to consider the possibility they were testing this weather modification electromagnetic orb, if you will, and they could pass it over land and fracture the earth underneath. So they're doing all kinds of weird testing. God knows what they're up to. Yep, tomato is a fruit, banana an herb, and peanut a legume. That's correct. We're having pork covfufu today. Yeah, in honor of eating something that we really don't know what the hell we're eating. Kind of like Covfufu was. What the hell was he typing when he said Covfufu? I was going to call it Covpeepee, but because there's peas in this, but I don't know. Hard to imagine. Hey, we got to get that hot water going. We got some pasta to make, folks, so let's do that. What do you say? I'm going to turn the camera over here, and you can watch the water fill up. You know how you like water. Isn't it nice? Yeah. I'll tell you, it's difficult to keep your weight down in a winter environment. I'll tell you. Nope, no electrocution tonight. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint. I really have to avoid overeating at my own meals. You know, getting kind of tough, especially when I make them every week. Okay, we're gonna put that on the back burner and turn it up to level 6. Both are at level 6 now. Yay. Throw a little salt in that water. That's going to salt the pasta. Today I'm going to use a little chimichurri, I think. I love this stuff. It's kind of a combination of basil, crushed red pepper, vinegar, parsley, non-GMO soybean, garlic. Hey, you know, I've got some parsley I need to get rid of. That'd be kind of fun. No, forget the parsley. Oh no, hang on, I got a call. I'm sorry, I don't take crank calls. Yeah, I know that this is the cooking portion. I have not heard about the 6-story asteroid headed toward Earth. That's okay though. Yeah, we have to, you know, Sarah and I have to, you know, constantly cut our calories because as you get older, you have to shave your calories. It would have helped if I plugged this in, so I'm going to plug it in right now. Hang on. I knew there was something I forgot to do when I came in here. All right. Thanks. Yeah. All right. Stirring things. Yes. I got to get that pork cut up. Okay, I'm going to put the pork on a platter. Making sure your hands are clean. We're going to put that pork on the platter and cut it up in medallions. Yay! And it kind of pushes the hot sauce that's around it. And I soaked this for a day in hot sauce, so it's kind of tender. I like it. You don't want sinew. If you see any sinew, there's rarely any sinew on these boneless medallions. And what's really nice about boneless pork shoulder is, look at all that garlic, is you do not have to worry about it being too tough. I'm going to throw some special seasoning in the pork covfufu today. And the special seasoning has a kind of a personal feeling for me. Let me get these medallions cut. They're about a ½ an inch, or not really, a little bit more, a little less than a ½ an inch. Looking good. Really easy to cut this shoulder meat. It's super easy, as opposed to the loin. You don't want to buy the loin. I'm really disappointed in loin cuts lately. Hang on, I can't touch the phone while my hand's full of pork. You're making me feel very Covfufu, but I'm going to say it's Covfufu to avoid trademark violations. Hold on. Okay. Yes. Hello? It went to voicemail. Okay, washing hands of any pork. Clean your hands off and wipe it off. There we go. Something went wrong over at iBlog. Hang on. Hold your horses. Reload. It's the story of my problem here is we get this going all the time. Okay, we're back up and running. The audio is very hot at iBlog, almost too hot. It's too hot to handle. Let me shut. Yeah, that's just way too maxed out. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. How about that? Better? Thank you. Sorry, you guys at iBlog. I was disappointing you. I know. It's no problemo. I know. Okay, reading chat. Sound is fine now? I can deal with it. Sounds like a tin can. Yeah, that's the microphone on this MSI computer, gaming computer. My hair is more like is orange like Trump. Really? I don't treat my hair with orange. No, I appreciate your support. I really do. Thanks, Restarted. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and you can take Italian seasoning or you can take Patti LaBelle's no salt seasoning blend. Miss Patti made one of the finest, excellent seasoning blends ever made. Miss Patti LaBelle, check it out. There she is. I picked these things up for next to nothing. She ran out of business. Yeah, and I got all these things. I got about 100 of these containers, no salt seasoning, and I love this stuff. It's got turmeric, and it's kind of a curry that she made. But you can use curry if you want. You can use Italian seasoning, whatever. That's what makes it Covfufu, okay? Patti LaBelle has diabetes. Well, she knows how to cook with no salt, too. I'll tell you, man. I wish she could have made more money on this, but these ingredients are pretty cool. But I don't want to get into the reading of the Patti LaBelle mix, but I'm cooking with some soul, baby. Yeah. Let me lay that on there. We're going to take a look at the pan as it's cooking up. Yeah. Make some room for you. Now, the reason why I haven't lifted the cover is because I got it, it's almost burning in there. I'm going to throw this on. Those beautiful pork goes in there. I'm going to throw some Patti LaBelle on top of that, baby. About a half a teaspoon of whatever you got, curry, Italian seasoning, I don't care. Now take a spatula and move it all around. Now those onions have caramelized. Hang on. Go ahead. Trying to mess with my ears. Okay, let's get everything brown, shall we? Mix it all up and start cooking that pork. Cover it right up. Keep stirring it. Okay, in a little while, I'm going to ask you to put some water in there. So I keep filtered water around, which is pretty good considering in my area, 10 miles away, the Navy dropped flame retardant in the water system. So luckily my water has been protected from the flame retardant, but the poor people in my town near here are getting flame retardant in their water. And the Navy has already authorized a new water system, a water purification system for the city. And yeah, get this, after using water filtration, they'll still have 27 parts per million of flame retardant in their water. Isn't that unreal? Okay, let's give that another stir and throw some of this chimichurri on there. About a half a teaspoon of some other herb, whatever it is, just for flavoring. Give it another stir. Everything's settling down now. And you can cover that up without adding water. Don't add water yet. It takes a while for pork to cook. In fact, it takes 45 minutes for a pork roast to cook, minimum, at 350. So these medallions cook a lot faster. A patsy is calling? Yeah, no doubt. A patsy. Yeah. And I was gonna make a chili, but I made a chili recently. I was gonna make something fun, but this is the best combination of ingredients that I need to eat up. Yeah. So right now I'm just sitting here watching the chat and waiting for it to cook. The water's boiling almost. It does. Keeping the lid on top of your hands prevent the heat from leaving and fuses the ingredients together. So you got that happening, which is nice. Yeah, a little flame retardant in the water. I don't have flame retardant in mine. I quadruple filter this stuff. And our well is still protected. But man, it really pisses me off that even with the Navy offering to do water filtration, which they don't have to do, people are now going to be still drinking 27 parts per million flame retardant. Yeah, I used to lift, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a big upper torso, buddy. Yeah. No, well, my well is pretty protected, but yeah. Well, I'd be burning unnecessary pollution. Wood fires are very, very polluting. Yeah. I prefer cooking with electricity myself. Okay, one more stir. Beautiful. I'm not going to even add water right now. It's doing so well. The natural juices are in here too. This is the hot sauce. You can throw that in there too if you want, but I'm not going to. Just a little bit. I don't want to make it too hot, then it's too covfufu. All right. Rinse this out into the compost heap, I think, this hot sauce. There we go. Okay. I like to rinse things off and keep things clean while I'm cooking, so you'll have to excuse me. I heard minute rice is good. I heard that they're making minute rice that's non-GMO now. That's what I heard. I don't know. I'd have to check it. This is not button placement. No, this is perfect button placement. It's perfect. This shirt, by the way, is a Joseph and Fleece from the Philippines. One of the finest double-stitch cotton shirts in the world. I heard Uncle Ben's was maybe Uncle Ben's is the non-GMO one. Yeah, Minute Rice isn't the non-GMO. Uncle Ben's is. Just check the box, okay? All right. Level 6 is really cooking that pork. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and get my bisque open. Okay. I'm going to pour that bisque on top of the pork. Plop, plop, bisque. I'm going to add my water to the can of bisque. About 3/4 full. Give it a stir. You want to make sure you get all the bisque out of that lobster bisque. It has kind of a seafood flavor. That's where the cove comes in. Pour that right on top of the pork with lobster bisque, covered up, and keep it at level 6. All right. Just let it cook. Just let it fire away. Yeehaw! Right on. Yeah, all right, let's get the pasta shells in there. You see that temperature is almost level. Getting there. Take it up a little notch. Okay. I know what you're thinking. When are you going to put the peas and get the frozen peas in the hot water or in the container? Well, the peas are coming at the end. I'm putting the peas in after the pasta cooks. Well, it's over $100. Yeah. This shirt's one of the finest made in the world. It cost me $2.69 at the thrift store. Yeah. If I could buy nothing but these shirts from the Philippines, I would. But I have a hard time finding a distributor. I think they're older. I think they were made about 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, they're not exactly fresh out of the wrapper. I've been buying a lot of white shirts at the thrift store because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on them. So I bought about 7 or 8 white shirts for $2.60 a piece. Well, my meat's cooking. It's on the stove. Yeah. They were made by people in the Philippines, not slaves. Slavery ended in the Philippines when we protected their country from invasion. You didn't know that? Before that, they used to boil people alive. You're welcome. I'm glad I support your impoverished people. Yeah, so I met a woman in the area who said she grew up in the Philippines. She said, because we have a lot of Filipinos in our area, she said that when people committed crimes, they would cut their hands off. And when they did horrible things like murder, they were boiled alive. Oh, they skinned them first, and then they boiled them alive. So fruit can be good, but eating too much will rot your teeth. Hi, welcome Politics for Dummies. And you think waffles are 500 times worse than eating or drinking alcohol because of all the carbs in waffles? Interesting. Well, she told me that she witnessed people being boiled alive as a little girl. And she looked at me with these weird eyes like, did you know that the Philippines boil people alive who are a criminal? And I'm like, whoa, really? Yeah. Okay, let's give everything a stir. Hold on, we keep getting these prank calls. Okay. Okay, you're on. Go ahead. Hi, who's this? Hello? I can't hear you. Sounded like a real caller. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Yep. So I'm glad I didn't put more than 3/4 of a cup of water in there because this is not going to be a soup. This is going to be a kind of a thick pasta sauce that's going to go on top of the pasta. Okay. The water's boiling. Let's do it. Opening up the box of Ronzoni. Toss in the rotini. Yeah. And then, of course, recycle the box if you can. Thank you. Dave yesterday said, I think it's not coming up. Okay. We're here. I'm watching it iBlog. Okay. Everything's kind of rolling around at level 6 here. Give the pasta a stir. Okay, good. We got time. We got 15 minutes, so we can hang out and talk while I cook. I kind of miss the guest chat over there at Bond, but in a way, it saves me a lot of hassles because people can't mass spam at the guest chat over at iBlog. It's really good. In fact, you guys who want to go to iblog.tv/user/America's Third Party will see me over there. Okay. Rex is doing okay. Rex came in the show last night. He's not dead. He's doing okay. Somebody said he wasn't, alive, and I said, no, he's just out there doing things. Spooning can lead to forking. You're right. You don't have to call in. most chefs don't like the way I cook. I make it too easy. Yeah, they want everything to be complicated. Oh, I'm a chef from the finest school in Europe, and I cannot tell you how important the subtleties of cooking is. When in fact, it's just cooking, just sticking food in the griddle and cooking. All right, that's a good roaring boil. It's almost like a stroganoff, you know. Okay, those pork medallions are cooking away. I pulled the cover off because I really don't need it to, stay hot. I just need it to cook. All right. I am going to get my container. I've got some pretty nice and cooking items this Christmas. Let me show you one of my items I got for Christmas. This is the newest cool technology. It is a made by Tramontina. It is a innovative, practical, versatile three-piece induction cooking system. And you essentially the pan has steel in it, which makes a magnetic connection to the coils, the electric coils. And it can go up to 1,500 watts, but you can cook efficiently at 300 to 400. It has an adjustable thing, and I haven't tried it yet, but it's perfect for traveling. If you're traveling in an RV and you want to hook up to electricity, but I can't wait to try to use it. It's very energy efficient. It heats the pan up really fast because there's a magnetic connection. Scruffy's not banning me for promoting anything. I'm the reason why Mark and Scruffy are making tons of money censoring me. Yeah, it's kind of like they can't afford to get rid of me because they're making too much money censoring me. Everything's boiling, yeah. Hey, let me give everything a stir. You want to stir your pasta a couple times. You don't want it to stick. The nice thing about rotini is it's very foo-foo. It doesn't stick. Rotini doesn't. It's all spirally. No aluminum, no stainless steel. And the steel, it connects, you can feel the pan's pull to the magnet on the induction table. Now, I stirred it 3 or 4 times already. Covfufu is whatever you want it to be. There's no green peppers in this, Jackson. I came up with it thinking, I don't know what this is called. It's just pork and something very seafoodish, lobster bisque, and peas. So now everything's cooking really well right now. I don't want to mess it up, but I'm going to turn the pork off and let it sit. I'm going to keep the hot water going on the. Now you can add your frozen peas to your pasta in the hot water, and they will get right. They're already pre-cooked, so it's not a big deal to put them in there. So I've got a pound of organic peas here I'm going to put in, making this like a super meal. Should be good. It'll have vegetables, proteins. Peas are a good combination of protein and vegetable and vitamin B. Yeah, Blog TV was the best. And when you now bought up Blog TV, I'm sure they were trying to shut us down then, because the guy from YouNow sounded pretty hinky. We have a new rebroadcaster in Delhi, Ontario. Small market, but more viewers for you. Thank you very much, Insane Canadian. Thanks. More viewers in Delhi, Ontario. Interesting. Hinky. Hinky is a word that people use to describe kind of weird deals. I mean, the guy bought Blog TV for $5 million. And no one knows where he got the money because he didn't really have a lot of money behind anything that he did. He ended up doing prior to buying Blog TV, he did a movie called Chicken Hawk, about a documentary about about pedophiles. Now, people don't do documentaries about pedophiles unless they're ordered to by a federal judge as part of a plea agreement. So he looks and smells like a federal informant who was given $5 million to shut us down. That's what I think. That's personally what I think. And now, ironically, Google is eyeing YouNow as a possible Google chat room. They're looking at YouNow right now. So it's all part of the deal. I mean, the government pretty much runs all the social networks except for Vaughn. But they bought him off, so he does whatever they tell him. We've got a pork dish with peas in it and kind of a Alfredo sauce, but more of a seafood flavor. Yeah. You know. Okay, those pasta shells are almost done. So what I'm going to do is pop the bag of peas in the hot water with the pasta shells. So they're actually going to help cook the peas as they finish rehydrating. Now, you don't want to do this too soon because the pasta cells need to cook. But right before the point where they get starchy, they can actually be cooked with the peas. Ta-da! Keeping it at level 6 so that it keeps heating up. Put it right in there with the pasta. And I'm going to cover that up. This makes maximum use of your hot water as well. And I'm going to throw some stuff in the compost. We compost everything here. As you can see, this is my compost bin. I use Tupperware. It even says compost on it. See it? I use Tupperware, and it makes a really tight lid, so you don't want to have that smell. Look at how gross that is. I mean, that is really gross. But you put all your food waste in there and then put it right out in the garden in a compost bin. So we have a big compost bin out in the yard that we use for that purpose. And there's ways of working with compost. So you move it around so it's always kind of aerated. So you can take a shovel and chop it up and move it around. That's what I do. Oh, that's good compost. In fact, I found some really weird butter my sister left here. Hang on, I got to salute the jet. Making America safer by burning 3,000 gallons of fuel every day, flying in circles, causing ear damage to the people, the 50,000 people living here. Yeah, and fracturing our liver too. Yeah, gotta salute that. Anyway, she gave me some butter that was sitting in the refrigerator. I have 2 refrigerators, and it was like organic buffalo curd butter. That's a loud one. It's 120 decibels. Organic buffalo curd butter. I was like, what? And I took a whiff at it. It was like, oh, this is like worse than blue cheese. So I put it in the compost heap, and that's exactly what the compost needs. Buffalo butter, organic. Yeah. So, very strange. What's a scruffy? Ah, that's funny. We're not sure. We're not sure if it's his mother or his sister or his lover. We don't even know what it is. Yep. Okay, so we're almost ready to roll out the food. Yeah, those frozen peas are not done yet, so I'm still running at level 7, giving it a little turn, capping it off. If we time this out right, I think in 5 minutes everything will be done. Well, we got 120 decibels, which is enough to lower your ability to hear, and I plan on suing the United States government for at least, I'd say, a couple $1 million personally for loss of hearing. Yeah, just, when I'm president, I'm just going to set up a lawsuit, sue the Navy. And while I sue the Navy, I'm planning on converting the entire Naval Air Station into a robotics unmanned aerial vehicle university, teaching all of our young people how to make robotics and unmanned vehicles. Isn't that a great idea? and we'll be the largest drone producers in the world in about 2 to 3 years, making drones and mass producing. Yeah, that's my goal once I become president. But suing them for ear damage, I think, would be appropriate, don't you? And we can make it a class action suit so they pay everybody on this island, a cash offering of some sort. No, I don't eat tofu because it's made with genetically modified soy, and soy in general causes men to have ester increases. Yeah, your esters can kind of increase. It lowers your ability to, well, it makes you feel like a woman. So the more tofu you eat, the more you start walking around acting gay. So, are you eating any tofu? That's why people who are gay are heavily into soy products. All right. Yeah, you look like Caitlyn. Right. Caitlyn Jenner. Wouldn't it be great to have Caitlyn Jenner run at the Republican ticket and get Michelle Obama on the Democratic ticket, tranny versus tranny for the 2020 election, and then see the third party emerge from the center with a heterosexual position? Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. Okay, we are ready to dump that water. Yeehaw. Get your strainer. There you go. Rotating camera. Turning water on so it doesn't heat too much. Let's see if I can get around the camera for it here, and then pour it right in there. Yay. All right. Ta-da. And then put it right in the bowl, like that. Isn't that easy? Take the entire pan of Covfufu. Turn your burners off. Take your entire pan of Covfufu and pour it right on top of your rotini or pasta shell. Okay. That pork is very good. It's all tender. It's a softer meat than beef, so it's easier to work in a pasta dish. Okay, rotating around like that, bringing it all together, letting the meat set inside of the rotini. You can top it off with Parmesan, pepper to taste, but it should be delectable. And what I like to do is take a little bit of this, throw a little water on top of the whole dish, just completely put it in the pan and pull all that good tasting stuff off the bottom of the pan. Kind of pre-clean your pan with filtered water. Just pour it on top. And then cover it. Okay. Whoops. It's very unsightly. Wonder what that came from. Okay, we're done. All burners are off. We're ready to go in the other room. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you for watching David's Kitchen and watching my pork Covfufu original dish. And hopefully it'll be incredible. Combined ingredients make it for a very tasty taste treat. Okay, thank you for watching this recording, and we'll be uploading, of course, tonight to YouTube at my David John Sponheim YouTube account. All right, see you in a bit.